good time.
Working hard is all.
We are having a good time. What a hot show. I'm pumped to be here. It is a hot show. I don't know why I laughed when I said it, but it is very good. I'm pumped to be here. And sometimes I'll say that 3 or 4 times before I get started with the show. I like to let you know that the show's hot, and I am pumped to be here, and that we are having a good time. But I am pumped to be here. This is a great job. You know what I mean? Listen, it's a hot show, and now this is a great job. Best job I ever had. I mean, I will quit it if I find a better one, but and I'm not making that up. I mean, I am always looking for the best job, and so far this has been the best, and I'm happy to have it. But I've had a lot of jobs. I used to work at a restaurant called Jim Bob's Chicken Fingers. Heard of that? Chicken finger place, specialize in chicken fingers. I was the sauce guy working my way up to dishwasher. And I came in one day and the dishwasher had not shown up, you know? So I was gonna be making sauce and washing dishes. So I was like, well, let me go ahead and go on break. And then I never came back. You know what I mean? Because I don't do 2 jobs, you know what I mean? If you're gonna be short-handed, you're gonna be real short-handed, because I'm jumping off this sinking ship, you know what I mean? I am not going down with Jim Bob's, I'll tell you that. I walk right out of that place and untuck my shirt, you know what I mean? I hate tucking in my shirt. I do hate it. I got a weird body for tucking in my shirt. Like, my body's not weird, but I feel like if I tuck in my shirt, I feel like I look like I work everywhere I'm at. Like, that may not make sense to you, but I got like a working man's midsection. Like, if you can see my belt up here, you're like, oh no, he works here somehow. It's not clear what he does, but he is affiliated with the place. He got some keys, I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? Like, if I tuck in my shirt and I go into the grocery store, people start asking me where the bread is. And then I take them to the bread. And it gets weird when they find out I don't work there. I'm like, you didn't ask me if I worked here, you asked me if I knew where the bread was. I do know where the bread is, you know what I mean? I know where a lot of stuff's at in this store. It'd be cool, I'll show you around a bit. Let me see your list, you know what I mean? Okay, we're having a good time, and I like to tell people we're having a good time, you know? I don't like to ask, you know? A lot of comics come out here, they go, are we having a good time? Not me, I can't risk it, you know what I mean? And yes, I will do that joke the rest of my life, and okay. It's my favorite joke. I love it. And it's not even a joke so much as it is the truth. We are having a good time. I used to work at a restaurant called Western Sizzlin. I don't know if you know that. Like a buffet-style restaurant with a smoking section. You know what I mean? Eat more than you can breathe in there. I love a smoking section. I like smoking inside. Reminds me of my childhood, you know? Sleeping on the top bunk of a single-wide trailer. That's where all the smoke is up there. Go to school the next day, smelling like smoke, wearing a NASCAR t-shirt. When I was growing up, my mom was a big NASCAR fan, and she liked to drive her Alan Kowicki. And I don't know if you guys remember that guy, but he drove the Hooters car, right? So I was the only kid in 3rd grade with a t-shirt that said Hooters on the front and more than a mouthful on the back. They didn't even send me home. They were like, he ain't got no better shirts. Leave in a Hooters shirt, come back in a Marlboro shirt. Still got a little pack of cigarettes in the pocket where I switched out with my dad in the parking lot. I love smoking. Smoking's the best. Everybody's quitting now. I think it's a shame. It's hard to smoke anywhere anymore, you know what I mean? Tough to light up a cigarette out here. In some of these cities, you can't even smoke in. I caught a whiff of some secondhand out in the Walmart parking lot the other day. There wasn't even nobody smoking out there. That's just where the smoke goes now. That's the only place it feels welcome. I worked at Western Sizzlin 2 times, and I remember working there one day. This guy was refilling the buffet, and he was working real hard. And as he was pouring green beans into the buffet, he was pouring sweat into the green beans. Yeah, very salty. It's, some would argue, too much salt, really. I stopped doing that joke for a while because it was grossing everybody out, you know? So I like to bring it back once in a while, you know, just kind of see where we're at as a society. And I like that we're still grossed out by it. I think that's a good sign. Western Sizzlin, if you don't know, it's like a golden corral, you know, without all the class, like a silver corral, or like a bronze corral, you know, like an okay corral, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing all right in there. But I like working there. I learned a lot. That's where I learned to smoke cigarettes without using my hands. Because they wouldn't give us real smoke breaks, you know. We could only smoke while we were rolling silverware. But you need both hands to roll silverware. So we just go back there and light up and just get to rolling. Got smoke all in our eyes. Customers would be like, there's ashes in this silverware. I'm like, you should see what's in your green beans. I mean, this... I wouldn't worry about those ashes, I'll tell you that. You just kind of blow those off. There's stuff in here you can't just blow off like that. I used to sell pesticides for a living. I don't know if you can tell that by looking at me, but I did that for a long time. I sold pesticides to Lowe's and Home Depot. I did that for a long time. And people would come in there and they would ask weird questions, you know. They'd be like, I'm looking for something organic. I'd like to kill the insects, but not harm the environment. So I'm like, well, how about a shoe? Because I'm selling pesticides here, and that stuff is poison, all right? I'm hurting stuff out here. I liked that job because I worked in the store, but not for the store. You know, I had a bunch of different stores that I went to. My boss was never around. I had a lot of freedoms, but I had my shirt tucked in, you know, so people thought I worked there. And they would ask me to help them find stuff, and I would, you know, unless they got an attitude with me. And then, like, mid-help, I'd be like, I don't know. I don't work here. And then I just walk off, you know? Customers don't know what to do with something like that. They get the manager's like, I don't know, he doesn't work here. They can't find me because I already untucked my shirt, you know what I mean? I disappeared right there in the store. They're pointing at me, they're like, is that him? They're like, I don't know, he kind of looks like him, but the guy I'm talking about works here. I'm gone, I'm already out front smoking. You know? I'm out there trying to calm down. You ever see people try to calm down with a cigarette? They're hitting it all hard, they got paper burning all fast. They got a cherry on it that long. They're like, I'm trying to calm down. I'm like, I don't think it's working, man. You might just need some regular breaths. It could be oxygen you're looking for, I don't know. I used to work with a guy, he hit cigarettes so hard you could hear it leaving his lips. He'd be like, I was like, dang, dude, take it easy. I felt sorry for the cigarettes. I was like, I know they're killing you, but they don't deserve that. They say cigarettes will kill you, but I don't know. You know what I mean? I saw a bunch of old people out front of this restaurant smoking the other day. I was like, that's proof right there it don't kill you. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't look good, but they were alive. Yeah, smoking's the best. I did quit, but it is the best, though. I quit when I quit drinking. I used to be a big drinker, too. I love drinking. Drinking's the best, too, but I think I was a really good drinker. A lot of my friends disagreed. Most of them, in fact. I was the type of drinker that you could make eye contact with me at some point in the night and look deep into my eyes and know that I couldn't see you. Like the spirit had left the body. Just floating around out here looking for a Waffle House or Cracker Barrel, something like that. Just trying to eat my way back into sobriety. Still got a little bit to get home, you know? I love Cracker Barrel, though. Cracker Barrel's fun. A lot of good food in there. Chicken and dumplings. You can get dumplings as a side. You can get chicken and dumplings in there. You can't do that a lot of places. I like Cracker Barrel. They had a lot of billboards in the South for a while. They were all over the interstate. And I liked most of them. But one billboard said this. It said, "Biscuits are like spoons you can eat," right? Because that's not true, right? Like a biscuit ain't nothing like a spoon. Like, yeah, you can eat it, but that don't make it like a spoon. The reason I didn't like it is I felt like these billboards were only in the South, and I didn't want people not from the South to come driving through here, think we're down here trying to eat spoons. You know what I mean? Because we're not down here trying to eat spoons. I told that joke in Kentucky one time. This girl goes, "Yeah, that's true, because you can dip your biscuit down into whatever you're eating and let it soak up, and then you put that biscuit in your mouth." I'm like, "Yeah, that's how you use a biscuit. That's not how you use a spoon." I never seen a spoon that could soak stuff up, you know what I mean? That's tough to clean, man. I'm just saying, you can't go around replacing biscuits with spoons and spoons with biscuits, you know? Like, nobody's born with a silver biscuit in their mouth. Nobody in the mountains right now is playing the biscuits, right? Big crumbs everywhere. Nobody's melting heroin down on a biscuit, you know what I mean? Actually, I don't know if that's true or not. I've not done a lot of heroin, so I don't know what people are doing with it. Imagine if you got a lot of heroin, you may want to break it up a bit and go, "Man, let's try it on some different stuff here and there." You know what I mean? I don't know. We're having a good time, though.